Ladies and gentlemen, the long awaited, highly anticipated. I've been waiting to do this since the early days of the 70s, when they didn't even have podcasts. But I said, if they do have something like podcast, this is the group, this is the family that I want to interview. And I'm interviewing, and I know a bunch of them, but one of the kindest, most thoughtful, humorous, best guy you ever know, Brian Howe, ladies and gentlemen. Pardon me while I stand up and applaud.
Thanks, Kevin. But based on that intro, I think you might have me mixed up with somebody else.
All right, baby. So here we go. Now, you are an attorney at law recognized by the state of Missouri, or do you have an East Side license?
Yes.
Wonderful. And are you in a private practice or with one of the major law firms in town?
Nah, I'm just on my own.
All right. Have you ever, under full disclosure, your brother Joe's also an attorney, am I correct?
No, my brother Pat is.
All right. And this is one of the, I consider you one of the first families of soccer in St. Louis. And if anybody can say, I know them all, then that's a tall order. Baby, but you have so many more. I thought you was just a couple of the boys and maybe a sister, but man. And then, how many wolfies did you guys eat? Were you?
Yeah, the people at IGA used to cheer when my mom walked in to buy the groceries.
Oh, well, this is not going to be our last podcast, but I was wanting to.
You never know.
Okay, so once upon a time, you, I will say it like this: that you were the originator of the uh, Laurie's language. That you put all the law language to start the St. Louis High School Champions League. Am I correct?
Yeah. Greg Keller and I have known each other since we're in grade school. And when he got working on the Champions League, he gave me a call and asked if I'd get involved and help out with the legal part of it. And I was more than happy to do that.
Now, for under full disclosure, it came out of Tampa and down in Florida way, and they have maybe 4 or 5 years ahead of the St. Louis. Last year, Greg, his team, St. Dominic, won the inaugural. So there you go. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like Greg to start a tournament so he can win it.
It was impossible. It was possible. So here you go, man, and what a trip that was. But even this year, the first couple games have been off the charts. But
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But you have set it up. In my belief, and correct me if I'm wrong, that it's almost going to be running by itself because you set it up properly to be able to have flow that somebody's watching somebody who's watching it at all to be able to do this correctly.
Yeah, you know, my contribution is just a real small part of it. You know, to set up the entity, um, but you know, there's a great group of people who are putting the work in to make sure it happens. I mean, I've been really impressed to see not only how many people have been enthusiastically working on it, but how well they're all doing it. You know, like you said, that the first go around went off really well, and this next one's off to a good start too.
I mean to tell you, and the national sponsor they got with Select Ball with another Irishman, Tim McAvoy, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, yeah.
So
We have to look out for each other.
yes, absolutely. And that I don't unless you know him by heart now. You know, uh, I I got the closest I got was a couple of lines of the Gettysburg Address. So I don't know the core, the mission statement of the high school champions league, other than it's all local with coaches doing this, that, ba ba boom, ba ba bang, and it's just a off the charts type of thing where uh, it, when you have passion and love for the game, it shows it with this type of setup. And you got everybody to get in that setup. Just exactly about the finances because it's free, as much as free can be. And can you give us a little insight of the money's collected and the money's going out to somebody to nobody will get in trouble?
Yeah, I can try. So we set it up as a nonprofit organization, a 501c3, and so they can accept donations. And they've done that, and they've got sponsorships, like you've mentioned, with Select and a number of others. And so they brought in a decent amount, and you know they use that. They have to hire all the referees and um, you know make sure they've got the facilities. Normally, it's just one of the schools that's involved, but sometimes it's an independent facility. Um, so yeah, for to this point, from what I've seen, they've done a real good job in terms of what they've been able to bring in and make sure everything's covered.
Yeah, and the Missouri State Soccer Coaches Association, hey, they said, hey, this ain't getting out. No, if you don't have an athletic director, just pack up and get moving. You know, the Beverly Hillbillies go somewhere else. But lo and behold, uh, these two athletic directors, a Paul Stockland from Visitation, and a oh my God, my buddy, and I really, he's the athletic director for Clayton High School.
Yes.
Ring a bell, you know.
Yeah, Dave, is that right?
I don't know, but the poor guy. I will, I'll get pulled over in Clayton. They'll give me a ticket. But yeah, okay. So the whole idea is that these guys, these athletic directors, they made right, and they did it because they liked Greg, and the Clayton coach knew the Brennan Taylor to say this is a worthy cause. And to get it going and to have some style and class about it all, it really hampers. Now, have you ever been to a Champions League match in somewhere in the world?
No, no.
But you've seen enough on TV, haven't you?
Yeah.
And I tell you, I can't make a difference between what's happening in the St. Louis High School Champions League intro than what it is on, ESPN or something. I mean, this is authentic, the music, the walk in, the ball. I mean, kind of like the select ball is the only ball that I would think maybe the Howes and anybody who loves the game would only play with. Are you a select ball?
Yeah, they're good balls. They're up there with the top. Adidas and
Oh,
Nike.
well,
Um,
well
sorry, go ahead.
under full disclosure, it really helped the Legend of the Whale by playing behind a select ball. I was able to grip it just a little bit better than the rest.
Really? It's interesting.
Yes, it's unbelievable. I was so good. I was like, what's him call it? Ted Williams. My eyes used to be able to see the select on the ball, and I, boom, put my, uh, index and thumbs right there, baba boom, baba bang. But anyway,
But
yeah.
that's what I found interesting because I had always thought that you never really got much of a grip on the ball.
Oh, the floor gave out right underneath me on this one. Oh, well said. Well, and also the sponsors. Hey, man, do you go to the hair salon for men, the hair saloon for men, and get your hair cut by any chance?
Yeah, I do sometimes. It's a good experience. They've got a nice setup.
Yeah, he's one of them, and Tom Tom Twillman, another First Family, and I mean, you all were like friends up there, I guess at St. Williams or something, and over at SIU, it was like we thought you could be cousins or something.
Yeah, it was kind of funny because like Tom and Steve Twellman are real close in age to Tommy and Kevin, and then Tim Twellman is the same age as my brother Jerry,
Yeah,
and then Mike Twellman was 3 years ahead of me at the U High, and he played over at SIU with Joe. So yeah, it's been a close friendship for as long as I can remember.
yeah. And under full disclosure, Joe is still the only NCAA national champion at the dinner table.
No, Kevin won in 1972.
There you go, baby. There you go. There you go.
And if you include our brother-in-law Keith Meyer, he's got two.
Oh, you gotta absolutely gotta, yeah. He's part of the tree. So there
Oh,
you.
hey, Kevin, I just remembered it. It's Steve Hudson at Clayton.
Steve Hudson, magnificent gentleman, and that's a. I mean, that's a magnificent venue over there in downtown Clayton. Is that where you have law offices, or are you somewhere else?
No, I'm kind of mid-county.
All right. Well, I tell you, I myself, we're going to negotiate after off the air, but I want to try to get you as an official Whale certified attorney at law. So
I hope you got a large revenue stream.
Man, gosh. Okay. And then we the other sponsor is Surf Pro. Now, when you got some problems in the house, fire damage, water damage, you call Surf Pro, right? And
Yeah.
yeah, and then you have Swanson Masonry. Now, if you're going to have somebody put some masonry wall retainers, backyard in your business or in your home, you want it done right. And Swanson Masonry are the people. And I don't know if you have, but do you have a credit card to Fastlane? Uh, all those people with the what's-call-it, with the gas and anything else you want. It's like a one-stop shop when you go to the gas station nowadays.
Yeah. Um, no, this group has done really an amazing job in terms of the sponsors they've been able to bring in. Uh, you know, good names and very reputable, um, and very supportive of the mission.
Yeah, well said. And I mean, well, there you go. You just got into the Whale Certified Hall of Affinity. When you because it is a mission to bring about quality uh, soccer and character on and off the pitch. You know, it and you epitomize it. You're a 24/7 good Irishman, baby. I guarantee you. There you go.
Some people would say that's an oxymoron,
Well,
but that's another really neat thing about the Champions League is that a big part of it is recognizing character, and they've got the scholarship part of it, and it doesn't go to the best player, but it's aimed towards someone who really demonstrates great character.
absolutely. I mean, that's the cherry. And then when you talk about the best player, forget about that. It's called Virtuoso Award, baby. Yeah. Yeah. How about that? You know, I could have been in the running for the Virtuoso Award. It's any position.
Um, maybe they'll give you a lifetime achievement one.
Oh, that'd be nice. Yes, thank you. So here you do all that, and you have that pride because how the universe got you in on this is that, well, the friendship of Greg, but Greg knew you were a straight up fella for decades upon lifetime, and everything is above board, and I just can't. And the point system, you get points for win, goals, ties, at shutouts, and it's based upon what you did the previous year to get invited, and if you accept the invitation, then you hook your wagon up to how this is going to be, and then the whole story goes is that you play in this pool. They have maybe like four teams within four pools, and then they play in the pool. The winner of the pool plays the other pool for the semi, and then you go to the final. Now, did you have any uh, dealings with negotiations of how it was so nice that what's them call it, Creve Court Park said, "Hey, you can have the final here," but then there was not a hurricane, but a tornado that came through, and Maryville University came through and said, "Hey, you could have it here." For the
Yeah, I wasn't involved in that. I kind of watched that from the sidelines, and it was pretty amazing how quickly they got those things taken care of. But yeah, that was great that Maryville stepped in.
yeah, and it was really something where you out there at Creve Coeur, and it's at night. I guess it's on a Friday or Saturday night, and the place is packed. It's hopping by, and all the people got done with an earlier game over there, and they said, "What's that?" That's the Champions League, and it's St. Dominic and the Smet High School, and it actually, like the old days, ringed around the field. They had, the bleachers, and it was. Were you out there by any chance?
No, I wasn't able to get out there. I had another commitment, so
Right,
I missed that. But that's one of the great things about the Champions League is bringing that atmosphere back and showcasing what's so special about playing soccer for your high school.
right. Hey, you got 5 more minutes with me?
Sure.
Okay. So there, you have all that venue now. They they're talking about a you know we're gonna take it to Denver, we're gonna take it to Chicago, Kansas City, this place that, you know people are starting to come aboard. Well, I'm not tooting your horn, but they're gonna find out how to do it and how to do it right, the smart way, by what you laid out there. And I want to thank you for people, for the Champions League all across the nation. Is that you everybody to a person said, oh,
Well,
we got the best lawyer in town.
well, like I said, I'm only a small part of it, and you mentioned Tampa Bay, um, and like you said, they started it several years before, and they've been a big help in getting all this done, and you know, spreading the concept to these other cities that are starting up or considering it. And I I believe that it'll just continue to grow because I think it's a great idea, and as we mentioned before, it's a great showcase for the high school game.
Yeah. I don't know if you're too young to remember uh, the baseball cards. And
No, I remember 'em.
oh, okay. And well, you used to trade them, and so the Tampa Bay, we traded. They gave us the Champions League, and we gave them through Perry Vandenbeck the St. Louis Soccer Hall of Fame, which they just had their first inaugural uh, section of it. And two St. Louisans were involved in it, Perry Vandenbeck and Kevin Egan. So
I I happen to see that,
yeah, yeah.
and
So we
it's
traded.
funny.
Oh,
You you mentioned that the Twelmans were like cousins of ours. Kevin Egan actually is.
oh wow, baby.
But but yeah, I saw that announcement of their inaugural class, but I was surprised that Perry wasn't in it. But I guess he was being humble and
Exactly.
didn't want to go in right away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the guy, he's carried himself well as a young youth, you know. Uh, and
Yeah,
I,
to go
uh,
straight out of high school.
yeah,
That's
and
pretty amazing. And I mean, you know, he's been the face of Tampa soccer for decades, or one of the faces, I should say.
and under full disclosure, I think I helped his game over there at Calvary Cemetery when we played for Collinsville Volkswagen.
There's a name from the past.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. We used to practice at Calvary Cemetery. Oh,
That
I said, I said, hey man, this field's a little wet, like it's sinking.
was that a new dig?
Oh, blumpum. Okay, so here we are. Is that, can you imagine having almost like a national high school champions league? And Japan, they have one that they had like 80,000 people in the stands for the high school Champions League final.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, the whale sprinkles information to you every once in a while. But
Yeah,
yes,
you're connected. You got your finger on the pulse.
yeah. But how about that? And so, going getting connected all around because it's just as the soccer is a love, and and I want to thank you for allowing Whale Certified to be able to interview you and give a little family history about about the beautiful game because you can't talk about St. Louis soccer without talking Howe.
Uh, I appreciate that, and you know,
And
without St. Louis soccer, our lives would have been
yes,
much different and
yeah,
much less fulfilled because you know most of our long-term friends have come through us playing the game.
yes, right, that's right.
But hey, Kevin, before we end this, I wanted to address something because I was listening to your podcast the other day. You're trying to live stream a game on Misha TV, and they weren't starting on time, and you were speculating about what the cause might be, and you talked about, well, they're across the river, maybe they've got lightning over there, and you said maybe technical difficulties, but then it took a dark turn, and you said, or it could be a drunken parent, and I sat there and I thought, what kind of nonsense has Kevin have to put up with that drunken parent has made the top three possible reasons for a game delay? And I just want you to know, if it's something you need to talk about, I'm here for you.
Oh, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the drunken athletic director. They're always drunk. AD.
I'm not going to touch that one.
Oh no, no. But yeah. Oh well. Yeah. Well, I'll run it by my Whale certified psychiatrist, Dr. Charles Skorumsky, and see if I need some attention. But the jocularity, I'm like Henny Youngman or Georgie Jessel. With some of my comedy doesn't go over too good.
Well, you got me with that one.
All right. Well, you had a great. Your dad was a great barrister with the attorney. Anybody practicing law? Oh, you have Mr. Howe.
Yeah, he was something else. He was really really good at what he did, and he really cared for the people he represented. And you talk about the St. Louis soccer community, and he represented a lot of the members. If on nothing else, maybe just traffic.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. The poor lad didn't. He was thinking about X's and O's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I tell
Yeah.
you, Dad loved soccer in St. Louis. He was a
Yeah.
huge fan.
And just wrap it up a little bit, but that's when you say it, I grew up on soccer made in Germany, right? And
Yep.
that was over there. But here, soccer in St. Louis style soccer. To me, it means something, and it means of a style of play, a reason that you do something on purpose, with a purpose, for a purpose, and you you have had the family history, the flow of over 60 years worth, 50 something. And
Yeah.
there, yeah, and there you go. And you're, you're ready to go for the next 50, huh?
That, I don't know if it'll be that long, but yeah,
Uh,
we're still involved,
yeah.
and yeah, I agree with you. And one thing that concerns my brothers and I is that we've in St. Louis maybe gotten away from that style a little bit, and we'd work and we'd like to see it come back some. But that might be conversation for another time.
Right on, right on. And so here we go. It's a custom here at Whale Certified, Brian, to say, hey, Brian, whatever you want to say to who you ever want to say it to for as long as you want to say it for, this is your opportunity.
Oh wow. Um,
Is that a Perry Mason moment?
yeah, I'm the I'm the deer in the headlights
Oh,
witness.
okay.
Um, but not, since we're talking about soccer, um, the thing I would want to say is that you know all the people who are involved in youth soccer in particular, it you got to remember it's about the kids, and I mean that seems um, a very obvious thing to say, but I've been around it enough to know that a lot of times people forget that. Um, but that's the reason we're doing this, and that's what you got to keep in mind. It's for them and for their development.
Well,
So,
yes. Well said. I mean, that's, that it was a ripple effect on the pond, and it's nice and easy now. You laid it to rest, man. To give us, yeah, cause for celebration and thought to do it right. And once again, I want you to know I'm putting the entire Howe family in the Hall of Affinity. And
that'll be one of the few places we're not barred from.
that's right, baby. Well said. Okay. So thank you, Brian. What I'm going to do is I'm going to upload it, download it, send it out to you, and get a wink and a nod from you, and then everybody else will be able to hear it. The reason why we don't do any editing is that because I don't know how to do any editing. So I'll see if I pass the audition with you.
All
So,
right, no, this was a lot of fun. Thanks for
okay,
having me on.
okay then, great. So thank you, Brian, and the best to the best. Bye bye.
Thank you, Kevin, and keep up the good work.
All right then.